I wanted today, it's a lazy Sunday, but I thought I'll do some work shooting videos. I miss you all. So today is a little bit special, although it's to do with tarot, but it's to do about personal journeys and manifesting things you would like to manifest in your life. Now, as you know, I'm part of a group and on Facebook, and we do some work on the moon cycles and tarot. And it's personal work. It can be ancestral work. It can be um, um, manifesting work. Whole type of work. I'll put the link below if you're interested. So we entered Aquarius, and Aquarius is my rising sign. And like the Chariot card, I have to keep it into gear because if I'm too Aquarius, I go woo, and then I don't ground enough. And it's nice. I mean, I love it, and but for the everyday life, it can be a bit difficult. So I wanted to do for the moon entering Taurus phase. I wanted to um, draw some self-portraits. And what I did yesterday, I had a meditation for 2 hours with a group, and it was a meditation about body healing and also about out there, going out there. So 2 phases. So I wanted to do a self-portrait before the meditation and after the meditation. So I'll show you the results. And let me say first that the picture looks a bit crazy. So I'm not crazy. I just had a very difficult week that touched a lot of material things like money and my house and insurance, and it's just never ending. So I'll show you the picture now. That was before meditation. So what I like about it, let's start with that, is that there's a lot of energy. It's very fiery, but you can feel the frustration a lot in this picture. What I like is that you can see in my eyes, one is a skull and the other one is like a mask with a teardrop. This is what my mouth is saying. I'm not going to go into all the details. You've got a lot of things around. This looks a bit like a crown, a bit like Jesus' hair. I don't know. But really, what struck me, so I know what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking. This is what I'm seeing. I suppose that's my third eye. What's interesting here too, I see a figure, a woman in white, like that. You can see the legs here, and it's like she's free falling, and I do feel like that when I'm not grounded. So that was a very interesting. Obviously, it's not a portrait as in what I look like. It's a energy self-portrait. And because I like drawing faces, this is what came through. So I use a lot of different media with it, like wax and threads and pastels. So this was before the meditation. Now, after is this one. And obviously you can see that it's composed, but it's extremely deep too. So if you don't see it, let me show you. There are actually 3 faces on it. You can really see 2, but there are 3. And I didn't know I was doing this. You know, I do it instinctively. It's instinct. I just don't think about anything. I just let my colors go and everything. So you can see here with the eye, there's a face here looking at the past. That's the mouth, the nose. Yeah. Then there's so that's the past face. That's the present face, right? And there at the back here, you can see the forehead, the nose, and the chin. There's another face at the back looking towards the future. So actually what I did, which I didn't know, but I saw it while, when I finished it, is that I did a portrait of me looking at the past, present, and future at the same time. Aquarius. So with this, I wanted to see what go deeper into it. So yes, I can meditate on the drawing, and that's what I'll carry on doing. But with cards, they talk to me a lot too. You notice here too, I don't know, it was a kind of spiral, and now it looks like a person on top. Yeah. Mm. So I picked up some cards, and it's from the Tarot of the Four Elements. So this is for my past. And you've got the Five of Earth or Pentacles. And right now, as I said, I'm part of this Facebook group, and I'm doing a lot of ancestral healing work, and and my inner child too. So because I can see that it's a block for me to be happy, I can see it. So I've done a lot of healing work, and I carry on with it. And this really shows to me that my inner child and all the healing I'm giving and all the grounding, because my difficulty in life is grounding. Um, and you can see the yellow star here, the power, you can see I'm doing the work now. I don't know if it's finished yet, but I'm really pleased about all the connections. And you can see the connection to the earth with the feet, and you can see in the hands and over the head. So now with the hands, I'm really thinking about healing. And it's funny because I never, I don't, to me, I don't think healing is for me, but yet every time I pick up cards, healing comes back. And that's why I'd like to do some healing arts, be it photography, be it drawing. And but their skills, they're so long to learn, it takes me a while to learn them. So but at the same time, I always think if I learn drawing, then my intellect will come in, and it's a difficult one. So this is for the past, and I show you the drawing again. Yeah, so this is for the past. Now for the present, I got the Nine of Fire, or the Nine of Wands, and as you can see, it's a type of mountain with or a volcano type. Now, if you look at it, I see a figure here, a stick figure with the head and the arms and the body, and it's all in a heart centered. This is a work I'm doing right now too. Yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of work on myself, and it's about being heart centered in my decision, which is not the easiest either. All the chakras colors are present here, but what I loved is that the um, red, orange, and yellow are on top of the mountain, so they're on solid earth. They might not be, at the bottom where they should be, but at least I'm touching some ground with it, which is great. And it means that my spirituality is grounded, but I've always known this. My problem is that my everyday life, it's difficult sometimes. So, so I'm working on it. It does look like a match too that's burning. You can interpret it in so many manners. It could be an angel because you see the pink wings here. So it's about inspiration, about once again chakra healing, and I think more and more it's going towards this. So that's this card. That's my present. And the future, I thought, oh, it's the Eight of Water. Now I've got three cards. There's no air in it, which, no thoughts, no like crazy thoughts and all that. Yay, for once. There's no majors either. It's all about doing these cards, about acting. Uh, it's not just, the archetype, it's just doing. So, with this Eight of Water, you can see the 8 phases of the moon. And let's say, the person would be here and with the 8 phases of the moon. And around it, it looks like a bit of a conveyor belt. And to me, it's about lunation, life. So I'm really not good in astrology yet because you can learn everything. But I'm learning so many things. But that'd be interesting for me if I need to do some work on cycles, on moon cycles. I'm doing it personally now, but I'm looking at the future. So, what more could it be? Well, I can't teach that because I'm not, at all. I'm not astrology based at all. My knowledge is not there yet. So I was thinking about the flow and something to do with 28 days. And, I know it's not about me because obviously I've entered, a new phase in my woman's life. And so my relationship now to the moon phase is a little bit different for the everyday life. But I found that interesting about the movement of the water and the moon, and I need to link this and get because that's a portal, and get into that portal and see what more it can give me. Because if you look once again at my drawing, the future phase, you can just about see it. It's not completely showing itself yet. It's not completely, it is defined, but I can't see it yet. So that's interesting, isn't it? So you could try this for yourself, do, you don't have to meditate, but you could, you don't even have to draw. You could draw some cards before you do something and then draw after and see the difference in you. But I do like drawing because um, it's like you don't have to think, you just put your colors and play with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.